along with our good buddy, Brice. Brice, how you doing?
We're live. We're live.
We are indeed.
Um, we're live, but you know what? We had a bit of a struggle today.
It, you
Um,
know, we we had a bit of a struggle for the past week or so in the Pittsburgh
yeah,
area.
yeah. Well, you saw it on Discord, and after all the power outages, after all that stuff we went through last week,
Mhm.
they're doing gas line repairs in my neighborhood. They came to do my to hook, do my like meter move and hookup thing. And they
Mhm.
hit my water line while they were digging.
Mm.
So had no gas or water today after
Yeah,
all
it's no
that
fun.
last week. But yeah, it's so we're gonna play some fab and talk about some stuff to forget about how awful everything is.
Yeah, so we'll kind of get started here, but yeah, we basically just came out of our pro quest here for the Pittsburgh area, and Brace and I did not have a chance to play against each other.
No,
So it
not
is
this
one of
time.
those. Yes, it's one of those things we figured we'd bring the decks that we brought to the Pro Quest, talk about them, and kind of guess talk about our experience, the flesh and blood, uh, what's it called, news and everything that's going on anyway right now,
Yep.
and thoughts, processes, all that kind of good stuff. So, I don't know. Let's talk about this. How was your Pro Quest day?
My pro quest day was not great. It was a fun day. Um So we're both playing the decks we played at our Pro Quest. Did we mention
Uh-huh.
that? Okay. So I brought Fang. It is not the like hyper red line. I do not want to choose a reaction. It's not
Yep.
like the red
Not
line
like the Mara
one where
build.
you're
Yeah.
yeah, it's not like the Mara build. It's basically the deck that why is there a little lock on that? Oh, it's because it's a okay. So I'm gonna be running into some Talishar things that I haven't noticed yet because this is I never noticed that they put the little lock icon. Like for example, I have it's no secret I'm a warrior. I have an
Yeah.
attack reaction in hand. There's a little lock on it that says cannot
That's
play.
yep.
Um,
Metroconic.
Never noticed that.
Yep.
Never noticed that. That's good programming there. Um, but yeah, I brought this. I went like 2 and 4.
Okay.
Um, it was it was not the best day, but I one thing I do want to like give myself credit for is the fact that I just kind of like didn't make a whole bunch of mistakes.
Mhm.
Um, as I say as we're talking about making mistakes, do I not have? It's telling me to choose one mode.
Oh, so okay, so Talishar made a thing where it looks like you're here, we'll do this. Let's go start back to the beginning of the turn. I've made this mistake. They've made this change.
Yeah, I'm realizing I closed
Yeah.
the combat chain
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah. So like here, like you'll see, and this drove me nuts the first time it happened. Like after we get through this, oh wait, hold on, wait. I blocked two
Okay.
last time, didn't I? Sorry. Let me just
Oh
go
yeah,
back
no.
exactly how we
Okay.
were.
Oh, I see
But
what you mean. I see what you
yeah,
mean.
so
Yeah.
like
Okay.
we'll go
So
through
I'll choose a
reactions.
reaction. I don't want a reaction.
I'll pass now. Like you see how it says resolution step here? You're actually like you should see like your knives lit up now.
Yeah.
This is basically like I hate that this resolution set pops up because I'm like, okay, I have nothing to do at instant speed, and I click it, but if you do that, it
Oh.
closes the chain.
Oh yeah. Because okay, that's okay. Uh, I have many questions about that, and I'm sitting here second guessing. Like, okay, resolution step.
Yeah,
Priority
I don't,
settings can be adjusted in the
I don't
menu.
like that pop up.
Choose an action. So but like
Yep. So
passing on active layers in the resolution step doesn't
no, so
close
you're
the
not.
combat chain.
Well, if you pass here, and that's the thing, there's confusion because on my end it's saying waiting for other player to choose an action. So just keep playing an action,
Okay.
like do your dagger. You'll see what I mean. See now it's
And it
like
just
okay,
goes right into
yep,
it. Okay,
yep.
interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know when they made that change, but it confused me for a long time playing Fang. I'm like, this is definitely the second link. Why the heck
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay,
does this
that
not
was
work?
funny. Okay, so we are on here. So now
Yeah, pitch. Yep.
oh, I was on pitch. Oh my god, guys.
Oh, you done do it. Good.
Yeah.
Nope, dude. Shake off the rust. We got it.
It's yeah. It's and this is what I was kind of getting at before Talishar done threw me for a loop.
Hmm.
Um it's not like I thought I actually played the deck well,
Yeah.
right? Like I didn't make mistakes. I mean, I probably made mistakes in like blocking decisions and stuff like that,
Sure.
but what I didn't do um was forget a dynamo's counter,
Mm,
forget a mark trigger, forget a vigor activation or something like that. Like all the little things that I like wanted to do just for kind of like playing more consistently, you know what I mean?
okay.
Like what was able to do that. And
Okay.
that was great. Um pitch, choose a card to pitch, and do that. But yeah, like a lot of my games didn't go my way,
Yep.
obviously. Um
Oh, did you pitch? What is it?
I did. I threw
Might
a
say.
scar tissue in there.
eh,
Wait, why did it let me? Oh, oh. See, now this is where Talishar got me messed up again because I don't have any resources left. How could I swing my dagger? It's like
Oh, you
giving
can't.
me
Yeah.
the option to, because I pitch what I was pitching into was a grains trigger.
Okay.
Um but
Uh,
like it's giving,
then
okay, whatever.
so that's it. Yep, yep, yep. So now
Are
it's
you
basically like
sure
it.
you want to close the combat?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
It-
Why wouldn't
yes.
I? Okay.
These are all things that drove me nuts too, and I'm like, I
Okay, cool.
appreciate the
No,
ask, but
it's fine. Yeah, it's just I'm I feel I don't know if you watch Game Grumps, but there's always this kind of joke about like how Aaron constantly talks shit on Sonic even though he absolutely loves it. That's
hmm
how I feel about Talishar. Like I I 100% appreciate why it's here
sure.
and it's so good for what it is, but I have this like very toxic love-hate relationship with it because I always click the wrong buttons. And I'm
Yep. Yep. Yep.
like that's not what I really meant to do.
but
But that's
but
okay.
anyway, so yeah, so you didn't miss like triggers. You got your dynamos, so you felt like you played pretty well, in regards to like the actual deck itself.
Yeah, yeah, and it's I actually practiced a little bit. I got a couple reps in. I think my sideboarding decisions were correct. I think I played it consistently and didn't miss any of my triggers and stuff like that. But a lot of my games still just like didn't work out for me. My round one was a just got absolutely decimated by a
hmm
azalea. It was just all like the power, pumps and the on hits. And I don't think there was a single, there was one turn that game that it wasn't a dominated arrow being thrown at me.
hmm
So that was just like not super fun.
Yeah, it's hard.
Um, and then I also had um, I think my round three game was against the Dio,
Yep.
and they boosted both of their max Vs in like the first two turns.
Mm,
And I was sorry, choose a card from hand, action card will be blocked with, oh, you're running provoke. Okay.
provoke. Great
Um
card.
blocked with non, yeah. Well, hey, you know what's actually funny about that? I'm not really, oh wait, action card will be blocked with
Action card goes
non-actions
on
are
chain. Yeah,
discarded.
non-actions
Okay.
gets
Because
discarded.
I had a two block non-action here, and I'm like, that actually puts me like at a perfect block at 6. Like that's not a problem for me. Um, what do I value more? Um, that's taking two. Okay, whatever. Let's get
Sweet.
rid of that for now.
Yeah, okay. I'll put this in one. But yeah, so I mean, so you said you had a lot of arrows and all kinds of good stuff.
A lot of arrows in the sorry, in that dash matchup.
Hmm
Um it was getting low. I was down to, well, they were down to one hand left. They had four cards left in their deck, and everything else was, boosted or not.
Yeah.
Um, got that last max V off. Um,
hmm
and that's what killed me. the last
Yep.
the last of them was right at the bottom, and it was just like, oh, I have my vigor. Well, I'm gonna lose the fealty,
No,
right?
don't. You
Because
no, you played oath. You're good.
oh, right, because I did the thing again where it closed the combat chain. Okay. Um, but yeah, it was I was so stoked, thought I was gonna get it. I was like, I just gotta survive this one last hand. and I'll be good. And that was the third max V in the deck.
Uh,
So that was fun. That was a close game. It was a very fun game.
it's tough. That's tough. I mean, I mean, I definitely brought this terrible mistake of a deck for people. So yeah, I mean, it was born out of pure spite on my end, where
Pure
uh,
spite.
we had a community member say that there's no way Decimator could or Decimator CYB could get to a point to survive a full Verdance combo turn.
Okay.
And so I just crafted a deck with this only intention of stomping Verdances or whatever I could all day, just out of spite. And so that's kind of where this went to, was the okay, I'm going to make this terrible Decimator build and just try to beat the big decks that I'm thinking about, and then just accept there's certain matchups I just fold to. Like
Hmm.
there's
Hmm.
nothing
Hmm.
I like can do. Uh, Round one, paired into a Verdance, and I would have won. I survived their full combo turn. They amped something 20 plus. And between and I'm running Verdance in the sideboard. Or not Verdance, Jubil in the sideboard. I was able to get their 20 amp down to about uh what's it called? I think four. Because I had three Oasis, and then I run
Okay.
three AB, and I had a Spellband Aegis tokens. And so basically, all that they could do at that point was just say, okay. And so they started to play like a little slow, things like that, trying to figure out. But I'm like, there's not enough damage in their deck to kill me. At that point, I was like at 60 health or something like that. So we ended up going to a draw. Uh, Round two, I paired into a
Wait, can I you ready to see the absolute worst play on Fang ever?
show it to me.
All I have, I just have to play that to keep my fealties.
Was it?
Tooth of the Dragon.
Oh no.
Your next attack gets +3, but I mean, I'd rather keep my two
Keep it
fealties
alive.
here.
Keep it
Yeah,
alive.
that's a bummer. Play an instant
But
that does nothing in pass. Wait,
wait. Play Draconic.
I played a draconic card.
Oh, you did it on my turn.
Oh no, it was still your
Here.
turn.
Okay, here. So I hit undo. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, end it out. Yep. There
Okay,
you go.
now it's actually my turn. Okay.
There we go.
Again with this Talishar nonsense.
Yeah.
Just
It
kidding. I love
it
Talishar. Thank
it
you for
doesn't sing.
producing this.
It doesn't sing. Let's do this. This. We'll start
This is a
counting
valuable
some
asset to the
blessings.
community. Thank you. Okay, so went with the CYB. Let's just like do this now.
Oh, getting online early.
Yeah, might as well just throw it just to make you feel a little worse.
Okay, let's do. Hmm.
No, I think I watched that. I think I watched some of that
It was.
game when you had, yeah, when you were
It
bringing in
was.
Jubil.
It was slow at the end. I mean, but
That's pretty
now
wild.
and then round two, I paired into a prism, which this deck just folds the prism. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You can't keep up. There's not enough poppers. Hey, give me that card. There's not enough poppers or anything to. Hold on.
Wait, what did you draw a card from?
From Truce, you attacked, so I get a draw a card.
I did not even see the effects. So okay, all right, sure,
I
whatever.
assume you're gonna attack anyway. If you didn't, you would have lost your
Yeah,
field
I didn't
unless
even.
you played a draconic instant.
This is another thing that like when things are just like flashing on the screen and like cards are going. Was there a icon for that effect on the sidebar?
Yes, not sidebar. It
Okay.
was like on the board. Like there's a thing on the board for me.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I mean, in a game, you're gonna hear your opponent say, "I play truce. This
Truce, truce,
resolves."
truce. Yeah,
This was just like, I don't know.
yeah.
You gotta give me a
That,
shout out when
like
shit
I
like
said,
that goes down.
I mean, if you want to go back and not attack and
No,
leave the
it's
field,
fine.
I'm okay with that too.
I was gonna attack anyway. It's fine.
But yeah. So it's one of those things that let me do this real quick. But bam. Uh, and so I lost to the Prism, but I fully
Get
expected that.
shunted, idiot.
But then I went on a 4-game win streak. Now
Nice.
I won 3 of them. The last game I conceded because I had no chance to top 8. My or one buddy, like we did the math and figured out I was the winning in. So I basically just conceded. So he
Yeah.
got a chance for Singapore, but I did beat him as well, and it
Oh,
was a
like you
lot of
actually
fun.
just played the game out
Yeah,
just to play
we
it,
played it
and
for
you weren't.
fun after,
Yeah.
like, after I conceded, reported. I basically was like,
I mean, would you not have made it? Because you would have been four
no,
one and
there
one,
was.
right?
I would have been 4-1-1, but I lost my first two rounds. And so if there was
Okay.
another
Yeah,
four and
that's
two
not.
or
Yeah.
something, they
Yeah.
lost them at the end, they would have made it in.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
usually not on your side when you've lost the matches early on.
yeah, and so it's one of those things that I said, okay, look, I said, let's get you in, that's fine. But then we played, and like I said, I mean, I won, so I was okay with that. Uh, but
TYB.
it was it put a lot of work in. I mean, I survived a Kano, I survived a Verdant's turn, I survived a Fang. Who else did I survive? Verdant's, so Kano, Fang. Um, oh gosh, I can't remember who my other opponents were, but
Who else was on Fang?
Jamie. So yeah, and I felt bad because uh, at one point he made a play early without playing a draconic and lost his fealty, so that slowed
Oh,
him down enough
bummer.
to kind of allow me to claw my way back into it for a point. But yeah, I played a Dio, managed to survive that out and get that fatigue race going on. But I mean, the deck puts in a lot of work as long as you're willing to just fold to certain things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Uh,
CNC FYI. But
so yeah. Well, you know what's annoying right now is I can't actually see the count of how many fealties I have.
three.
I'm ch- okay. I have three.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
I
have
wasn't
three.
sure if I made one last turn.
Yeah, I think you can hit that little arrow in like the red box that like is pointing
Well,
upwards, and it
not.
should move it over me.
Oh, neat.
Yep.
That you see,
Yep.
always learning, always
I,
learning.
I try my best, bro.
I'm sitting there going, woo, 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 woo. I know, I'm not inactive. I'm just trying to decide.
On my planet.
Okay. So, well, I mean, that would suck. That would actually really suck. But what do I need for this to go? Actually, um,
Said you got your fieldies, man. You got
oh,
all the resources in the world now.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I see. I need to do. Do I just? Oh, this is a lot easier actually. I should just do da 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 and poo poo dooku that out because that's not helping me right now.
Ooh, giving it all up. Okay,
Yeah. Uh, pass. Crown
got it.
resolve. Throw
Ooh,
that in.
big
Draw
5 card
that.
hand.
Okay. Exactly.
So the question is what you doing with it?
We're doing a.
Okay, let's just do this. But I mean, CYB put in a ton of work for me. I mean, it's to the
Yeah.
point where I would be shocked if CYB doesn't get banned on the 19th. Uh, the glint, the blistering blade, gross.
Oh, shit.
You need to undo it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, wait. Actually, no, because I can just do this now. I can just do this in this step.
Yep, you most certainly can.
And then, okay, so let that
Yep, it's a big
go.
number.
Get my card. Do. You're not marked, huh?
I am not marked anymore. Oh, it's not as big of a deal for you. I mean, unless you just need the fealty to, turn things
Choose a.
draconic.
Okay, we're done with reactions now. Okay. Um. No.
Okay, go for it. There we go. There's the mark.
And now when we
Okay,
and now
so
when we attack a mark hero, we create a fealty.
You most certainly do. Block 3 on that. I mean,
So I totally understand that I lost value on the Blade Flurry because I didn't attack a second time,
yep.
but I didn't have another reaction to give that go again.
Uh-huh.
So I wouldn't have been able to throw the For the Drakai, and I wanted to do that.
It,
So I think because it would have been four, it would have been four. It would have been four either way. But with this, I get an extra fealty and potentially another extra fealty.
yeah, I mean, you will certainly make the fealty. I mean,
Right. So now I'm up to five. And now I can burn because I do still have my I do still have like two other blade flurries. I have two or six total. What's the oh sorry, I'm like yapping instead of
yeah, not
arsenaling.
good.
Um scar tissue.
Yeah, yeah.
I still have a bunch of scar tissues that I'm gonna need to make draconic. You know, it's
Mhm. See, I mean, with me, I don't know if I would like. I always don't mind just parking the for the Drakai into Arsenal, just because that way, if it's one of those things like, and again, I don't know what your Arsenal or anything, but it's one of those things of like, okay, if I can dagger reaction later, even if I can't swing my daggers again, I could then just with the go again from the second dagger swing on the reaction play it for the Drakai. So generally,
yeah.
you're doing like a
Yeah.
4-4-4 kind of round, which isn't bad, but. Get the, oh, we'll have that. Bam. And we'll sneak one through. But I mean, the deck did
Oh my gosh, I always forget decimator.
forget the half. Yep,
The one
it's
the yeah. I mean it's one
the first
damage.
time you block. Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't block with temper equipment and a card, it's
Yeah.
normally not bad. Like that's the worst thing you could do with a decimator is throw one card and a temper in front of it, because I will pick temper all day
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then just destroy it on one block. Uh, and turn. Let's see if you want to do an instant. But yeah, I mean, the deck does very well into most things, but the things it performs poorly in, it performs really, really poorly. I mean,
Gotcha. Yeah.
it beat the Auroras that I was playing. That's a good job. I mean, that's the one match I couldn't do. Verdant's Prism, Dio, Aurora, Fang, and something else, and that's gonna drive me nuts. We'll do this, and then we'll do while it's on the stack. Let's activate Tunic. Once I get priority, that's fine. Go to you. Pass. Go to you. Pass. I'll pay one. Bring that to 4. Such a cool card. I love Brother in
Oh,
Arms.
you were using your tunic resource for brothers in
Yep.
arms.
Yep. I can
Okay.
pay one. So basically,
Neat.
block with a brother. You wait for that to go in the stack. You pop your Tunic, and then you all day just make it basically a one cost sink below kind
Yeah,
of deal
yeah.
minus the sink.
It's again, it's one of those things that's like I can't figure out what's happening because there's just Talishar is just making little clicks at me and I don't have that
Click, 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 click,
feedback of
click.
like, oh, I'm gonna play this, gonna do this, gonna you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, uh, so here's a question for you while we're kind of waiting for you to figure out what your next move is. What's your thoughts on Aurora leaving? I know some people are hot and cold about it.
I so I was like thinking about playing Aurora for the PQ instead, like doing that
Yep.
one last time. Um what are we doing?
Priorities on you. It's
Instance.
asking if
I
you have an
have
instant.
instance still.
Yeah,
God, okay. Yeah.
your fealty will always basically force that
Yeah.
trigger.
I just realized that's what it is. It's the fealty.
Yep,
It's asking if I want to pop a
it'll do it
fealty.
every time.
Okay.
Yep,
Anyway, I was going to I was gonna bring Aurora just to like, oh, this will be fun to just like play one more time,
sure.
and get that in. But I kind of decided against it because
Okay.
honestly, I uh never wanted to pay all that money just to get the the armory deck.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I get
It's
it.
just
Yeah,
kind of like uh I don't like that. We've talked sorry, I'm yeah, let's just leave this one at this cuz then my next one will be all the stuff. Um I've never liked that. I've never enjoyed having to go buy a $60 product that I'm going to throw away most of it.
mm-hmm.
Um just for like 2 cards. You
Fair.
know, and I couldn't get them anyway. It's been sold out everywhere. Because like if I wanted to run Skizik and Written in the Stars and stuff, I would have had to go. I just realized how much I like completely bonked out looking at my cards as I was like starting the sentence. So been rambling a little bit. No, it's just like it's just so entirely unappealing to have to go through that. And like I said,
Sure.
I couldn't have found them anyway. They're sold out everywhere. So I just kind of I was like, you know what? No, I built this Fang deck. I bought myself two of the cold foil
Mhm, mhm,
right
mhm.
left hand the cheaper ones, the ones that are
Yeah,
like
yeah.
18 each. I was like, I'm just gonna run this. And I did, and I didn't have a great like day. Um, but I was kind of joking around. I was like, you know what? Honestly, I'm just proud of myself for actually sticking through and like playing the day out, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Cuz any otherwise I would have just dropped and left and got frustrated and said like screw this.
Yep.
Um Scar tissue, so we'll pump that. Okay,
Market.
cool. And
I'll give
then
you another
that
fieldy.
I have that. So something that I don't enjoy a lot about Fang are cards like Fire and Brimstone.
Yeah.
Um, Daggers you control get +1, and you may attack with each of them an additional time this turn. That's great.
Yep.
But if you don't already have two chain links, it costs. It's only free if
Yes.
you have two chain links already. I've
Yep.
You need a reaction to give the dagger go again. So
Yep.
like it's that kind of, it's the OG Dory dilemma where it's like, oh cool, I have go again, but like I
Yep.
didn't hit with anything. It's like, oh cool, I can attack with this, but I don't have any way to give it go again
I mean,
anymore. You know what I mean? Because you can only have so many reactions in hand, and
this is
like,
true.
cool, I could technically swing these daggers 4 times because I
Yep.
can use each of them an additional turn, but not without having a way to do that. You know what I mean? It seems like such a good card, but then you actually play it and you're like, well, this is actually not that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't turn this into anything, you know?
It's bad when all you're doing is swinging daggers, but like the how you used it this turn with what is it, Oath of Loyalty or whatever, so that way your first dagger swing, let me pass, was your second draconic link. That helps a lot.
Yes, and that's how
Uh
you have to do it. You have to
yeah,
have some kind of starter, and your second chain link needs to be your first dagger.
sure.
But still, like, there's no way that I have enough reactions in hand to like actually use the stars have to very, very much align for you to get like the best value out of that, which is
Hmm.
a little frustrating with it sometimes. But
Yep. I mean, and that's kind of the Fang dilemma is you kind of get into these situations of okay, I got a hand that's weird, and especially a deck like this where I'm playing. I'm not trying to swing a lot. I'm not trying to give you a chance to cycle hands. Not trying to do that. It's just you may get a weird hand and just have to make that play.
yeah, yeah,
And in fact, that's what happened to me a couple times during the PQ. Is I would have somebody that basically made a bad player, like they were like, I just need to wait for something, and they'd start cycling one card at a time, and they couldn't get it, and it's give me a chance to go four, 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 four. And either they're eating it or they're sitting there going, okay, I'm going to block and then have to give it up. But if they have like everything they need for a great combo minus one piece, a lot of times they would just eat it and then go, oh, okay, well, I guess I don't eat it anymore. Or like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
they would let a little too much go past. Oh man, I don't care about the one. And so, I mean, it's one of those things I just got to try to find ways to like just punish bad decisions. That's what Decimator's great at.
Yeah.
It's just basically like if you let me hit 10 times, unblocked, that's game. But if you block,
Right.
you're losing a lot of value. So it's very much like pick your poison in that regard.
Did I Brave Forge? I Brave Forged. Okay.
Yeah. So six reaction in hand. Uh, 2, 4.
I don't think we're as good as talking and playing at the same time that we think we are.
Talking and playing is actually very difficult to do.
This is a lot, yeah. I enjoy playing and having something on the screen, you know. But yeah, I've definitely been like zonked out a couple times here, like trying to process thought and also play the game.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Hey, there's the buff. One, that's gonna get +4. Okay, cool. Man, this would be a shame.
It's crazy how you're still like above 35 health right now.
That's what this deck does, and
Have I
let's just get
mentioned
one more
that?
life back.
I hate that so much.
We're gonna gain another life to make this all kinds of fun. We'll stop the damage off that, and now that I'm no longer under you,
Oh
we'll gain
man,
a little bit more life.
ain't that some shit? You are above max health now.
Yep.
CYB was a
CYB
mistake.
needs to go. It was a mistake. I
Wait, are
mean,
you sure you want to close the combat chain? Yeah, again, yes. Why
yep.
wouldn't I?
But it's like it's CYB is so they said there's going to be another band announcement coming the 19th.
Okay.
I have thoughts. I very much think CYB either goes on the 19th or it's going to go after US Nats or after Nat season. I think that, with some of our aggro leaders gone, I very much believe that they do not want a CYB versus OTK Florian finals match.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
That it's not exciting, not fun to watch. Uh, so I wouldn't be surprised if we lose CYB entirely. I'd like the Florian scepter to be going too, but I think that's a little
Oh,
less likely.
yeah. So I was very confused there because I definitely clicked to use a fealty and then it was like, no, you still can't play that. You're not allowed. Stop it. And I was like, poor K. Um,
Gotta wait for it to resolve. There we go. Okay.
just a biz cash 5 coming in.
What is this, son? We'll let you draw that card. I'm gonna assume you'll be arsenaling. You won't be able to do everything you want with it.
I'd love if my mouse would stop doing whatever it's doing.
Nope. It's trying to make it look hard.
Hold on.
What?
Oh no.
Okay. Is Mama here? Okay, go tell Mama. Shut my door, please. Apparently, there's a raccoon out back.
Oh no.
Wait.
My mouse was like my battery's dying on my
Yeah.
wireless mouse is what
Oh,
it
that's
is.
fair.
It was
Just,
like
just,
not letting me click the button.
and just confirming before I hit pass, you meant to not do any reactions.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, for sure,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. Just double checking. Sometimes, like, I was like, okay, you're gonna draw a card, leaving you 3 in hand. I was like, I don't know what your hand is, but you know, I've
um
seen Fang players do that before. Like, okay, I'm gonna pass. See if you're gonna do D-react, and then just me say no and it end, and they go, no, wait.
that's very funny. Do I want to do so you did get hit. So
I did get hit.
I got that.
You got the fealty.
Let's play that just to remark you.
Mark it out. Yeah.
And then do you want to pay 1 to create a vigor? I sure do.
I say you're sitting on it.
And then
Before you
so
end, let's just do this.
oh, you're
Okay.
gonna CYB again? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Look at that. Oh, cool. Oh, look at you CYB. Oh, neat. We love that.
I
Yeah,
think the
that was a rough hand, as you figured out by
yep,
me burning
which
a
is
fealty to make to make
yep,
that draconic, to make
which
the
is
saber bloodshed draconic. Yeah,
which is
read me
why
like
I'm
a book
okay.
there.
Which is why I'm absolutely okay just not swinging, arsenaling, and passing. Because I'm like, if your hand was that bad, you still had 3 at the end of it. You only drew 1 card in Arsenal 1. So I was like, I'm hoping you still have a bad hand, and and I could
Probably
just
okay
try to
here.
capitalize off of these bad hands as much as possible. Doesn't always work, but I don't think you'd be blocking much this game, so it's okay to do that.
Mm,
But
Iron Song, neat, neat. Uh, boop. I said boop.
it's fine. We'll take this damage, give you another fealty. I think that's okay. Yeah, I mean this deck would not be good without
So that's
CYB.
gonna pump that to 4. Okay.
Yep.
Um, Yeah, I mean that's right. That's kind of the
This
whole
deck would
thing.
be bad
Like
without CBB. All
CYB makes like these weird decks seem viable all of a
Yep.
sudden. Like
It's just saying I'm gonna wait. Like I'm gonna stay alive while you burn out all of
yeah,
your threats, and then I'm gonna start coming in for like 7, for 8, things like that.
y'all are
Uh,
fatigue perverts and nobody likes you.
it is fantastic. Ooh. The only thing, like, what actually messes with this a lot is Reinar. Like, Reinar is very, very tough and strategic because
Choose a dagger to attack. What?
target dagger gets +2. So it's basically saying, do you want to give your old dagger +2?
No,
No,
why?
choose your right one.
Oh, oh, right. Because okay, the wording on Blistering Blade is target dagger.
Target dagger, yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah. I obviously want to choose the one I'm attacking with.
Yeah. Yeah,
Why would
like
I not?
there's times where maybe you don't like if you're like, okay, this is gonna be full covered block, and you have another swing, you can put it on the other one,
Yeah, yeah.
uh, and all that kind of good stuff.
Mm,
Gross. You don't have another swing on it though, unless you have another way to make it attack. Both of your swings are
no,
done.
no. That's just if you can give the previous one. Oh, okay.
So like when you
If you have a
played,
chance to swing it again. Okay.
yeah, like when you if you have another way to swing with a dagger multiple
Yeah,
times,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
you can give it a
That makes
pre-buff
sense.
kind of deal
That
instead
makes
of
sense.
wasting it here. Da-da-da-da.
I don't think I've ever ran in a situation where that would be relevant.
You swung on me 3 times earlier. When you played Fire and
Okay,
Brimstone or whatever.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
see? Give yourself some credit. You get there.
I want to pay one to create a figure? I thought I did. Oh wait.
It's every hit.
Oh no 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 no. Okay, I was gonna say whenever. Oh, that's right. It's multiple times per turn. I was like, I thought I already paid to create a vigor this turn. Why would
Yep.
I like want to
Any
do
hit.
that again?
Yeah, you can just keep loading up on them.
Yeah. Um, pass. Oh, these fealties.
Pass is good. As I said, once you get your 3, to me, it doesn't matter. You can have 3, you can have 500. I'm going to play the truce again. Let's get that
Okay.
card, extra block. I don't like being below 40 life, so until I can get above 40,
Yeah.
I want more block. More blocks in hands, please. Especially because I haven't seen many of my D-Reacts. Have I?
More blocks.
Let's see. I used an
You
Oasis. I've
use
used
an
a Brother in Arms,
Oasis.
which isn't a deact. I used one Shunt. So they're all basically
Yeah.
still hanging
Oh
out
boy, oh
somewhere in
boy,
this
oh boy.
deck.
We love that for us, don't we? Um.
So I just need to find them. That and 2 more CYBs. 2 more CYBs, and then you can start trying to chip away at life.
So I'll tell you what. This is where I like this card a lot. We're gonna do that just so I could have played another red card. We're gonna
Okay.
hedgehog.
Sure. Let's foresee some fates. Ooh, I'll leave that on top. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, 5.
And
Play
you
another
marked.
red card. Marked.
So this was one of the cards that I added a little bit more last minute into the
Yep.
deck because what I replaced it with was Sisters in Fire
Sure.
or Sisters of Fire, whatever it is. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of value lost in the deck just based off of like, oops, I did this on my first attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like Sisters is just another one of those cards that
Okay.
actually no, Sisters is one I think you can only use it on your second link.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting because there's the ones that are like +2 or +3 if you have 2 draconic links.
Yep.
Sisters is just another one of those cards that is like hurt by being first, you know. So I really like
Yep. So
Hunt the Hunter as like a replacement for that.
yeah, here while you think about what to block my 7 attack axe with. Um
I hadn't even hit
is
pass, so I didn't know it was 7 yet.
it's 7. Somebody in chat says, speaking of passing priority, at a pro quest I went to at a pro quest I went to after my opponent played a card to attack, I said, quote unquote, okay. And they assumed I meant passing with no blocks and went to play a reaction. Is that normal?
Oh,
Um
um,
I Okay, to me, I feel like if they tried to go to reactions and say you pass blocks, I would call a judge because you could. It depends on how you're interpreting it or what your meaning is. A lot of times, whenever somebody says to me like, "Hey, I'm playing this," if I say, "Oh, okay," like, "Okay, that's fine," it means it resolves. Like, it's on the stack. I say, "Okay," that to me, and most of my times, my opponents know that that means this is
I
me saying I
the
allow that to
story of a
resolve. I
girl.
have nothing at instance. Um, yeah, if somebody were to say, "No, you passed that phase, went no blocks," I would call a judge and say, "No, I never said no blocks. They said they were playing this. I said okay." Uh, yeah, that would be something I would probably argue out a little bit
Yeah.
uh, with a judge to sit there and say that that's not normal. So I'd say probably no, that's not normal. Um, and explain it to them. If I wish I heard more of a situation like if you're still watching the live stream, let us know like how they responded. Uh, if they made a big deal out of it or if they were okay with, understanding that. I assume generally speaking too, if they go to try to go to reactions but haven't played anything, as a judge, a lot of times we are told and instructed that we are meant to help facilitate learning and things like that. So if they said, "Oh no, I'm going to reactions," for me, if I got called as a judge, first thing I'd ask is say, "Did they play a reaction? Is there any new knowledge gained?" If they said no, like I haven't seen anything, that's the point where generally I'm saying, "Okay, in that instance, we're going to sit there and assume that it meant resolve. Go ahead and declare your blocks now, because that also may change if you want to play a reaction or not." So, generally speaking, somebody saying okay does not mean no blocks. Uh, in fact, I can't remember a time anybody said okay uh, and meant no blocks unless they're in a situation like I've been in like before, where especially playing this deck, sometimes you get to a point and you just go, "Welp, I have absolutely nothing left in hand. So anything you do, okay." Like you got it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Uh uh, and like generally at that point when they're like
Oh my
coming in
god,
for
the
four, I'm like,
unmovable.
okay, I'm writing. And like I start writing. Yeah, I got unmovable. It's great. Look, I've had to pitch one. It's always a sad feeling. But yeah, for the most part, okay does not mean. Oh yeah, they didn't make a big deal out of it. They backed out of reactions. It was all good. I was wondering more for the future. Also, the reaction wasn't unknown info. You showed as part of the fuse. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they were fusing with it, so you knew it was coming anyway. Yeah, in that point, it's okay. I'm glad they didn't make a big deal out of it. I have been in situations where somebody will make a big deal out of it, and that's always no fun.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm
It's
glad that that worked out.
I don't know, cause like I've played you before,
Uh huh.
and it's funny because I was literally gonna say, like, when I play you, I don't know if maybe you don't realize you do it, but, like, you absolutely say, "Okay."
Yep.
Like,
Okay. Okay.
every time I put a card down to attack, I'm like, "I'm playing this," and you're like, "Okay." But
Yep.
I think the important thing is it's the way you say it,
Yep.
because you like, it doesn't to me, because 'cause I'm opposite. To me, that doesn't indicate, "Okay, now I'm done."
Yes.
Or like, to me, the way you say okay is
It
more
it's
of just like
acknowledging your play.
it's acknowledging a fact. It's acknowledging
Yep.
the play. I've never once taken that to be you saying like
I'm passing through
okay,
blocks.
I'm passing, like, yeah, with subcontext, I'm passing blocks. But that's also just me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I will hear things differently. But it
absolutely.
intent is kind of important in those things. And
Yeah,
like, I'm not a judge, but it just from life experience, it's hard to judge intent sometimes, you know what I
it
mean? It's
it
very
it
like,
really is. I mean, and the thing that's kinda nice is generally speaking, you'll start understanding, especially if it's a local scene, who's trying to shark and do that kind of stuff where they're like, "No, no, 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 they said okay, it means this," versus people that are legitimately just saying, "Oh, sorry, I misunderstood the intent."
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um But yeah, you're right. Like I do say okay a lot. Like I'll very much will say playing this. Okay, cool.
okay,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
And I
okay, okay.
always hear it as that. I always hear it as just
Yep.
like an acknowledgement of, okay, cool,
Yeah.
I heard what you said. Like,
Yeah. This is what's happening. I get it. I understand. We're good. Like
yeah,
the only time that I won't say okay is like if if I'm playing Kano or something like that, and they're like, I'm doing this, I'll say, hold on. While in the stack, I do this, or while this is happening, I do this. But generally, the OKs are very much of, yeah, unless you sit there and say, the only time it would maybe be different is if you come in and attack and say, like, okay, I'm swinging for 4, and I say, okay, I take 4, then that means I'm not blocking. And they say, no, I'm going to reactions. Like, uh, that would be a little harder because if you're sitting there saying, okay, I'm taking this damage, like if you acknowledge this, uh,
Well,
that becomes a little messier.
I don't know, because I've had plenty of times where I was like, and it's funny to me because especially against, like, when you're playing against warriors, you should assume I'm not going to go start writing damage until we like pass everything.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because it always, like, it all, and maybe you're saying the same thing, maybe I just misunderstood
Hmm.
you, but like when I'm playing, it happens constantly where somebody, I'll say, like, attacking for 4, and then they say, okay, take 4, and I'm like, well, no, that's not how it works. you
Yeah,
don't you don't just say okay, take. And if somebody does that and I'm like, well, no, wait, I had reactions, like, to rule shark somebody on that would be insane, because
yeah.
that's
I
just
think that
somebody
also comes.
rushing, like.
Yeah, I also think it just comes with understanding what class you're playing against. Like, I would never, like, if I'm playing Fang and they say dagger for 1, I would never say, okay, take 1. I would say, go ahead and react. Like, if I have no blocks, I'd say, no blocks, mood reacts. Like,
Yeah,
you're good to
yeah.
react or something like that. I would very much indicate this is a no block situation. And I wouldn't
Just like,
just,
no block situation.
yeah, I wouldn't just be like, oh, okay, I assume this is all you're doing. Now I've heard of people that try to do that and they say, yeah, take 1, and then they go to reaction like, no, 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 you said take
No, I
1. This
already,
is,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, like you've shortcutted. Like
Shortcutting.
it's,
That, there we go. Thank you.
yeah,
Yes. It's people tend to shortcut things, and sometimes you shouldn't. I mean, if
no,
you're playing at a top table, I'm gonna say, like, hey, just don't shortcut things.
yep,
Be very intentional and very clear about, like, the things you're
certainly.
trying portray. Good lord, the amount of instance I have to click through. Oh my
Look,
god.
if you
Okay, so
if
so
you
I
just get rid of all those
reacted.
fieldies,
You did some CYBs. You
yes.
did, that was, I
So
stopped reading what
so
was
you
on the
did
screen and just
reaction,
clicking past.
yeah,
No, I
you,
know what happened. I just, like,
yeah. It's
no,
funny when
shit.
it's funny like
Pass.
when it's funny whenever you're like, okay, like if this was a
Now
table, you
let
could
me
be
pick
fast,
my
like
arsenal.
CB, like CYB, yeah, good, fine. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
but here it's like, okay, do you want to do this? Are you sure you don't want to burn a field? Are you sure you don't want to use the tuner counter? Are you sure you don't like it is
We should switch to doing, like, tabletop sim or something.
I've had an issue with tabletop sim recently where it just doesn't load the card art.
Oh, really? Oh,
And I don't understand why.
it's
I know there's a
okay.
workaround for it, but
Yeah, tabletop sim is like a moral gray area sometimes.
yeah,
It's, they're probably not supposed to be using these card arts to begin with.
sure, sure.
So when the sources that they're, like, downloading them from get it taken down, it affects the ad.
Fair.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's fair.
I've always used tabletop sim as a, like, do I want to buy this game?
Yes.
Not,
I've very much done the same thing.
yeah, not a, like, I'm just going to play on tabletop sim and only do that and
Hmm.
take all the money and not, wait. No, I didn't want to react with that there. Back. Okay. I just wanted to
Just glint or
just glint. Okay.
uh,
Okay, now we're back to that set. Okay. Okay.
glint
That
away.
was that was a little fucky.
And this is why this deck is so
Ugh.
stupid.
Well, it
It got you
it
down to
didn't
19 cards.
it didn't help that the thing that I top decked was, like, not
Not helpful.
useful at all.
Yeah. And that's
Here,
like,
let's just do this so we can get that on the bottom of our deck and have more blocks.
yeah, that's very much what like this deck thrives on, is just trying to get you into like less than
Bad
ideal hands
situations. Yeah.
and then just say, okay, I can live with this, and then trying to go through the rest of the way. There we go. From so many fieldy.
And then I don't want to do that. We'll pass that.
And we'll do this.
Womp womp.
I should. How do I have? There's 1, 2. I should still have plenty of D-Reacts.
Oh, that was from hand. That was from hand, right?
It was from hand.
So if I flash the glint in now, does that still resolve?
If you put the
Because
glint in,
it
yeah,
went
you'll be good. Yeah, because
okay.
it's from hand. Yeah. Yep.
I couldn't remember how those things like layered.
In fact,
You know
it
what I
would be
mean?
bad if you did the glint while that was on the stack. You definitely want this to resolve first.
And then that's what I was. That's what I
Yeah.
was getting at because, like, yeah, if I would have glinted and you would have done
Yeah.
that, it
Then
would
it goes
have
over it.
prevent. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I was kind of
Yeah.
like.
Got to
We
get
got
that
some weird
reprise.
stuff going on.
Wonder what you're hunting for with the reprise, though.
Oh wait. No, I just want this go again.
Okay. I get you have just an attack. There it is. Yeah, wait, that 5. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? I'm under 40 health.
Oh
I don't
no.
know if I have a chance. I don't know if I have a chance now.
What
I've
should I
officially
do?
I've officially lost life. I think my favorite is I was playing a
All
game
right,
recently.
we are at just for the fucking recap here. We are at even health. I have 16 cards left in my deck. You have 28.
Yes.
Cool.
which is which isn't bad. I think I started only with like a couple more than you. Like I started 71 and you were saying
Absolutely
66.
riveting games. Riveting gameplay
And
here.
it's what we do. It's what Decimator does. It's like I let my opponent do all this thinking. It comes to me. I go blue, and
Blue and
now I swing an axe.
now deal with it.
And like at least this, it's like it slowly chips away the game
Oh
state,
no. What are you?
but
A provoke.
provoke.
Okay.
It slowly chips away at the game state. The worst is when I'm playing Jubil, and it is just 3. And so it's like
Yeah.
block with 1 card. I'm like, okay, go. Okay, go. Like we got to move fast because if I'm playing Jubil, there's a reason for it. You
Okay,
know.
so any action card.
Yep. An action
Uh
card will defend. Anything else will just be discarded. So
okay.
any attack reactions,
Even
defense
reactions?
reactions.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. Any
Um
instants or reactions go discard. Any actions go on.
well, at this point, this is fine. I wouldn't have the resources to use it anyway, so we'll block
Yep. Now I'm just trying to eat deck
with
with it. But
that.
I was I was
Oh,
playing a
okay. That one.
yep.
That I see what it
That's
was
fine.
asking me to do. Okay.
Yep. I was playing against the Levia the other day, and they threatened something like 276 damage, and I still won
Oh wow.
because this deck is just you're coming in for 8, but I got enough like unmovables. I got enough things like that it's like I'll take one, I'll take one, I'll take one, I'll take one. Uh, and then there's just like the blood that starts getting to them, and eventually you could just okay, now you have no deck left.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
Pass. Put a card on the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna do this one.
why is it so high? I mean, unless you're just really trying to cycle hand.
Why did I?
Do you want to redo it?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
why did I
I,
use
I
both
was
of
like, you're
those?
welcome to block 10 on 4 if you
Oh
really, really
no no
want.
no no! I was trying to sink the shelter.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
There you go. Yeah, so let the sync resolve. Yep.
so I need to pass on the sink
There you
first.
go. Now it'll say good. Yep. Goat Levi. I'm a Levi player. Levi is one I've wanted to get into for a long time, but Levi, I never got the legendary like demi hero for Levi. And then I was just missing too many things like swing bigs or like all the big brute staples. I mean, I had Blood Rush, but I couldn't get the rest. Uh, and that's kind of what took me out of the Levi game. But I played a lot of Levi in Blitz, and I've played a lot of limited Levi. And I always tell people you're not a true flesh and blood player until you've killed yourself at least once with blood
With
debt.
blood debt, yeah, yeah.
You know, when you do that, you've
Yeah,
officially made it.
yeah.
Oh, here comes the Fieldy Burns. I believe. Oh, you want to mark me? Ooh, and the next thing gets +3.
That was fun.
Yes.
Like as soon as you said why did you block 10 on 6? What are you
Yeah.
doing? I was like,
I
wait,
was
no.
I, I
I
was
was
very
trying to
confused, but
sink the shelter, damn it.
I was saying I definitely wasn't gonna stop you, but I was
Good
like,
lord, sir. So this game went to time 3 minutes ago, FYI.
I mean, to be fair, there was a lot of points
Yeah,
where
we
we were
had a
just
lot of
talking.
backtracking.
We could, it, as a judge, I give us a 10-minute extension. I think we're
Okay,
okay.
sick.
Good. But this would be about the time I'd be looking at my
Darn
pen like,
it,
we got to
darn
move
it.
fast. We got to move quick.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how many cards you got left? 16? Okay, cool. Like, make your decisions. But I very much get in the point of just, okay, swing for three, go. Three, three, go. Three, go. Three,
Yeah,
go. Three, go.
yeah, I feel that. There's a lot of like that's how I feel in a lot of fatigue matches. Like
Yep.
if um like
That.
against the DO, um it was
Yeah.
like, he had to think a lot.
Yeah.
And we finished the game. He played at a reasonable pace. But when you are on like the defensive, it's
Hmm.
so much just like, I know I'm just gonna block you. Just make your decision.
Yeah.
Just make your decision. Like
That,
he wasn't slow playing by any means. It was just
yeah.
the thing that I was like, I know I'm just blocking.
Yeah. Anytime I play into like a deal, like almost every hero, not everyone, but almost every type of hero I like to play. And at Dio, my plan is just survive.
Yeah.
Just let you run out of cards and survive. So it's like you take your time to think, but my turns are gonna be quick because it's just gonna be like, I'm gonna just Arsenal pass. Like any weird instant Dio stuff. Nope, cool, go.
Anything cool. Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Okay, let's have a little fun here. You know what? I've let you have some fun, Brace, but
What on God's green earth are you up to right now?
I don't like being under a 40 life.
Oh, okay. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate all of this.
This is the last one, though. You will never see another
Um,
blessing counted for the
oh,
rest of
really?
this. Let me see. They said fair. You need all them cards, and the Demi Hero is so nice. I waited to pull it from a Dusted Dawn pack. Took me years of playing in Armory. Hey, getting participation packs still happened. Yeah, it's a hard one. Somebody just pulled one. Yes, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. At our what's it called? They bought a box of Dusted Dawn, and they pulled one. It is funny because they almost just put it in with like the random bulk because they just saw like the monster side of it, like the consumed side, and they
Oh.
were just like, it was Sherman. They were just like, oh, okay, well, I guess this is just a random shadow card, and somebody was like, oh,
Nope, it's not.
legendary.
Yeah.
What's with that?
Oh man, I saw a Reddit thread of somebody who was complaining about pool rates and stuff, and the whole thing was no, I don't want to create a bigger. They're like, oh, I bought this many boxes and I still haven't found Levia, and it's like, dude, if you do the math on it, y- it was like $1,100 worth of
Yeah,
boxes, and it's like that card is 700 something like that. I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
expensive, but it's like,
Is it still that high?
man,
Oh, are you talking about the
really,
Marvel?
the Marvel,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Like, dude, really could have just really could have just bought one if you wanted it.
yeah.
Like, man, if there's something you want, don't don't blindly chase opening boxes.
I
It's
mean,
just buy it.
that is the move. Is I think I afford
Oh, so
somebody.
we've been rambling quite a bit. Do you want to? Because I mean, well, okay, it'll be a brief discussion because I only have 9 cards left in deck, and I think we're getting to that point. Um, but so how about like we're hearing just today about a number of like allocation issues
Yeah, I
and
mean,
stuff, and people not getting like, there's already been a couple LGSs around here who have like gotten word that their allocations are just getting like
mhm.
slashed. Like we asked for more and they're like, no, you're getting about half of. I was it half?
It
It was
it
not as much as
it
it
was
should have been.
like
Like,
what and granted our LGS, it's a bigger one, they request a lot. Jesus. But it's one of those things that they said they get half of what they requested before.
hey, that was really silly. That was a really dumb play. I
Yeah, I do it.
forgot that.
Bam.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason for me to pitch to get +3 and not generate a fealty. when I can just pass here.
Is this true? Bow, 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 bow. Ba-da, ba-da. First on
Jeez.
the bottom. Okay, but yeah, it's one of those things that like I think they said it's like they got half what they requested, and even
When
then
I
it's
can just
like
blaze and dagger instead of
you most certainly
getting
can.
a +3. Um,
And then it's like, but then they're even getting less than they got of the last set. So I mean, there's concerns of are
yeah,
we going to actually be able to do the have enough for armories and prizing and all that kind of good stuff. Uh
I think we will. I don't. Yeah, I mean, with the way
yeah,
that
I mean,
people buy around here,
yeah, I
maybe
mean,
not
yeah,
because
it
I don't want to talk exact numbers because
no, no,
that
no.
is what it is. But like, I don't know that everybody's going to be able to get their 2 boxes or their 2 cases. I mean,
Yeah,
to be fair, not everybody does 2 cases, but
and that's it. Is it's very much now turning into a point of okay, would we actually have like to do like stores are gonna have to make a decision. Do I uh allocate enough to crack singles or do I sell sealed or what's going on? Like we're
yeah,
our store's a very big singled store. They crack when their stuff comes in, they crack a ton right away so that way all of us can say here's our order for our singles, let's get what we need, and they make a lot off of the singles. And there are other stores that maybe they're primarily what is this?
shoot.
Primarily what's it called stores?
That was a really stupid thing that I just did that I kind of so here's I
Oh
mean,
bam, undo it. Go do what you need
well
to
no, there's
do.
because so here's the deal. I want to pitch for this, but I can't.
Nope.
I can't actually pitch for anything
Nope. You get free daggers all
not
day.
not
I've
conditionally. You know what I
I've
mean?
been
Like
nothing but generous and just let you have free daggers all day.
yeah. So
You should be thanking me.
I mean honestly that's just what I have to do. Like that's the
Sure.
only real thing to do because I would have loved to be able to pay for this, but also
Sure.
pay for a blood spill or a bracers.
Yep.
But nope, that was the only realistic way I could use it. But yeah, that's a bummer. And there's a lot, there's a lot to be said about um the premiere being,
Yeah.
it almost seems like they want to have a bunch of product to sell at the premiere and at what's it line up with? Um
Nats.
Nats, yeah. I was like, I'm
US
pretty
Nats.
sure it's Nats. Yeah, like
It's
they want to have that product around to like sell at Nats and stuff, but
yep.
um
And that's a fear. It's like there's if it's gonna be that hard to get product, we run into the issue of are the people going to Nets and granted there's gonna be vendors like MinMax Games, all that kind of stuff there that will have product to supply, but
you didn't
is there
do a
going to be
reaction
enough
there. Okay.
to go around to do what they want to do? Uh, and it's concerning. So
Very
we'll have to see
concerning.
how it plays out. I know that they said that they've learned a little bit about distribution issues and prints and all that good stuff. So I'm personally hoping that you know, it gets resolved sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Uh, do I? Yeah, let's just take this to the face. With you with 2 cards left, I think we can start taking some damage. Bam.
Okay. Off the go again. We say bada boom.
Good react.
Then we say bada boom. And we do that
Sure.
and that.
Okay.
That dagger.
Oh no. Let's punish you a little bit
Shunt.
on that. Let's
Oh
give
no.
yourself one life.
I'll go to 30 health.
30 all.
Uh, what are we waiting on? Oh, shunt resolve. Okay,
Yep.
shunt resolve. Cool, cool, cool. I'll allow it. God, I hate you so much right now. You cripple my D&D character and then you bring this bullshit to me on the night of our recording. What have I done to you?
Look, I just know you said you weren't salty and you didn't get that chance to what's it called? To
I
storm out
didn't.
of PQ.
Oops.
I had to make you really sad and miserable
Go ahead and swing that again.
with this deck before they banned CYB.
Yeah, feels real cool, real cool.
It is, nothing but a blessing for everybody. Hey, I can have that.
Yay, I
You
still
know,
block.
yeah.
Okay, you got
Here we go.
16 in your deck, huh?
I got 16 in my deck. So I got 15 turns minimum of just blocking.
Yeah, yeah.
Your one dagger. Arsenal that.
Okay, well, take four, you turd.
Or I could just say no. Bam.
Are we really going to make people put up with this?
Oh my god. I mean, we could speed it up a little bit here.
Do you want to
Because
skip
now
Arsenal?
we're at the point where I get to finally start attack.
Yeah,
We'll do 7 here. Oh, we'll have that. Now the question is, are you gonna make them sit through and watch?
cool. Cool. Well, hey,
Well,
good game.
I just do this forever. Let's see. Wait. Switch player stats. You've only threatened 166 this
I
game.
literally clicked concede. Where's my stats? I want to see my stats. Wait, actually, like, how do you get to the stats
Did
though?
the thing not pop up
Oh,
for you?
I
There
just
you
had
go.
to close
Yeah.
the GUI menu was above it.
Yeah.
Total damage threatened 166.
I, I've only threatened 59.
Total
So
damage dealt 51. Like, okay, how much did you threaten?
59.
59. How much actually dealt?
How much was dealt before you quit? 15.
You dealt 15 damage. I dealt 51, threatened 166, and we went 10 minutes over normal time in round. This is
and I,
trash tier.
and
This is so bad.
I still have 29 health left and a third of a normal 60 card deck.
I mean everybody just rages at CYB and fatigue, but like I mean I genuinely think it's unfun.
There's
That
nothing.
game, like,
I mean I agree.
it's not going to finish. You know the
I,
game's not going to finish.
I
I
agree.
went into the Discording being like, we're going to go to time.
I love Decimator Dory before CYB, and then it was just bad because things went too fast. But with CYB, you could just make a stupid Decimator deck
Yeah.
and just all day just be like, I'm gonna just survive it out. We're gonna sit here for 55 minutes, guaranteed.
I mean, I definitely made a couple of bad
Sure.
line decisions because we were like trying to talk and do at least
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
during it, but like I
This
said,
deck
like
CYB is a problem.
average value was 11.3, which is like not that great for Fang.
Yeah.
Like
But
honestly, I've had better value games. Not I mean not
yeah,
by much, like 13, 14 or something like that, but like those are peak conditions.
yeah.
And that's
But
still like, oh man, why? Why do you put me through
it's everybody gets that joy. But I mean,
that?
now that we're through it, it's been an hour, Bryce. I
It's been
think
an hour. Did we have anything that we wanted to like so we kind of talked about like the kind of community issues, the kind of big news right now with some of the allocation news. Have there been any like have there been any new spoilers? There was some judge pack things that dropped today, but
yeah,
I
but
could have
we saw
sworn
those
we already saw
we
those.
saw those. I think it was like a Gen Con or something like that.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
showed those.
Yeah, those were on the keynote. Why is the Discord bot popping that out like it's new business?
Who knows?
Also, oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Hold on, let me pull up Riverside and see what I look like right now.
You went into
I'm
red light.
probably
Yeah.
so am I just like so
No, it's not
moody
bad.
and okay.
No, just the background.
They automatically do that. Like at
Yeah.
night they all kind of turn to like red. It's like a sunsetty kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we always record a little later, so like when we started I was probably lit normally, but
Oh,
now
you
I'm
were.
like
Yes,
red and fancy. I
you were
didn't
indeed.
even realize it until now.
But yeah, no. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I think we covered everything. The only thing we didn't talk about, and just because we don't have too much detail, but I'm curious to see is Elo going away. So
I thought that that was a troll when I read that. I didn't
nope.
realize that's like a real thing. So
Hmm.
like no more So, but like, didn't they not that long ago
Got rid
move?
of X. Well, they didn't get rid of XP. They made XP meaningless. Yeah.
Yeah, like you couldn't qualify on XP for what was that?
Nope, not anymore.
Pro Tour? Was that Pro Tour? That was like for
Nats and
Nats.
stuff. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, like okay, so you can't qualify off of XP, but now they're taking Elo away. So what's gonna
I don't know. I'll be curious to see, but I'm
eh,
happy because it encouraged top tier players to just not play at events because they didn't want to risk losing an invite or qualifying for something because they didn't want to risk losing
yeah.
Elo. So
Yeah.
you don't want to encourage people not to play.
That's
But
great. That's great for top tier players, but that means that we also now have to deal with all the extra top tier players and
that's true. I'll
just
take it.
get stomped on
Yeah, we got a
repeatedly.
lot of good players here, so I
We
mean,
have
yeah,
a lot
I'm
of
used to I'm used
yeah.
to getting stomped on. We'll put it that way at
Yeah.
Armories. But man, anything else before we head out?
Expedition 33, right?
Great game, great game.
I'm gonna get back. Oh no, it's like 9 already. Maybe I won't get back into it tonight. Yeah, I
Where you
didn't have
at
power for
without?
like 4 days, so I fell behind on it a little bit. I just finished Act 2, I believe. So
Awesome,
I'm like
awesome.
not that far into the
Yeah,
game. It
you're,
was yeah.
Act 3 is very much like start Act 3, choose when you want to end it. Like
Oh, really? Okay.
you like right when you start Act 3, it's just like here's where the ending is. Be ready, and
Okay.
it's just you have the whole world at your fingertips to do whatever you want and all that kind of stuff. So it's
Yeah,
a fun game though.
I because you said you finished it what in like 30 hours?
30 hours.
I was surprised by that because I was like, "Oh my god, I've been fumbling around like checking because it's that RPG like you got to check every
Yeah,
corner, got to check every single thing and like
yeah,
getting
yeah.
lost looking for like secrets and stuff." I'm like,
Yep.
I
I
feel
got
like I'm progressing very slow through this.
I had a moment where I thought I was going to throw, but or slow, but I just got so caught up in wanting to see where the story was going that I kept kind of moving. But
Yeah. Yeah,
it was
but
a lot of fun.
well, I'm going to I've convinced myself to at least squeeze in an hour or two of that before bed. So,
Yeah, I like it.
um
All right,
well,
well,
good,
well,
I would say good game, but that would make me a liar. Um
great game, but
great game,
man,
yeah.
we'll see you later. Thanks for everybody that tuned in live. Other than that, we'll catch y'all later.
Have a
Have a
beautiful
good night.
time.
Bye.